say Japan was made by a sword. They say the old gods dipped a coral blade into the ocean, and when they put it out, 4 perfect drops fell back into the sea, and those drops became the island of Japan. I say, Japan was made by a handful of brave men, warriors, willing to give their lives for what seems to have become a forgotten word: honor. In 1548, the leader of the Oda clan invaded Mikawa.
General Yoshimoto, my clan is being attacked by the Oda clan. I hereby seek for your help to prevent the Oda clan from invading my territory.
I accept your request, General Hirotada, under one condition. You must send your son Ieyasu to Sunpu as a hostage.
Sacrifices has to be made for my clan. I'm sorry, son. Dad loves you, but I need to send you away.
Oda Nobuhide, the leader of the Oda clan, overheard of this arrangement between General Hirotada and General Yoshimoto.
General Oda, we heard that General Hirotada has surrendered his son as a hostage to Sunpu. We must capture his son before he is delivered to Sunpu.
The Oda clan had captured Ieyasu from his entourage, who was heading towards to Sunpu. Leaders of Oda clan and Imagawa clan then arrives to Sunpu. General Oda Nobuhide threatened to execute Ieyasu.
Your son, Ieyasu, is with me now. Unless you cut all ties with the Imagawa clan, or else today will be the last time your son sees dawn.
Hirotada sacrifices his son to show his seriousness towards the Imagawa clan.
For my clan, for my empire, I am willing to sacrifice anything, even if it is my beloved son.
But General Oda Nobuhide didn't kill the poor 6-year-old Ieyasu, and he instead had held him for the next 3 years at Mansho Temple. When Ieyasu turned 8 years old, his dad Hirotada was murdered by his own treacherous vassal, who was bribed by the Oda clan. In 1568, when Ieyasu was 27 years old, he decided to make allies with Takeda clan, whose leader is Takeda Shingen, to conquer all of Imagawa territory.
General Takeda Shingen, I hereby request to form an ally with you to take down the Imagawa territory. We will split the conquered territory equally. Will you accept my request?
No! Do you think that my clan will depend on you? I, myself, am capable enough to conquer all of Imagawa's territory on my own together with my troops.
After the failed negotiation, General Ieyasu forms allies with General Oda Nobunaga to counterattack the Takeda clan.
So, we will attack the Takeda clan from here, here, to here.
In 1579, General Ieyasu's wife was forced to be executed, and his son, Matsudaira Nobuyasu, was forced to do the seppuku. when his eldest son is dead, General Ieyasu then named his third son, Tokugawa Hidedata, as his heir.
I hereby announce my son, Tokugawa Hidedata, as my heir, the future ruler of Japan.
One day in 1582, a messenger came for General Ieyasu who was in Osaka.
General Ieyasu, it is reported that Oda Nobunaga was assassinated by Akechi Mitsuhide.
General Ieyasu immediately rushed back, but it was too late. Toyotomi Hideyoshi had made his appearance and defeated Akechi Mitsuhide. In 1583, General Hideyoshi and General Shibata was at war to rule over Japan, but Ieyasu did not participate in this war. Shibata was defeated and Hideyoshi became the most powerful daimyo in Japan. However, Ieyasu supports Oda Nobukazu, which is Oda Nobunaga's son, who is against Hideyoshi. A war then started on 1584, but Hideyoshi managed to settle the war.
What is the meaning of war? Why do we need to sacrifice all the innocent people out there and lose millions of assets? Why can't we discuss in a peaceful way rather than fighting each other? How do you feel when you see blood flood roads and rivers? I'll let you take control over 8 provinces, but in return, you have to let me take control over 5 of your provinces.
That's a deal.
That year, the 107th Emperor of Japan, Emperor Goyosei, gave Hideyoshi the rank of Taiko, which was essential to increase his status and effectively stabilize his power. I, on behalf of the people of Japan, will now announce you as the Taiko of Japan Empire. After the ceremony, kabuki actor is called to perform by the emperor, as it is a traditional culture of Japanese empire after a ceremony. In 1590, General Ieyasu reformed the provinces, controlled and pacified. He subsequently improved the economic infrastructure of the land. After a few years, Ieyasu became the second most powerful daimyo in Japan. In 1598, Hideyoshi's health was falling in an alarming rate. So, he held a meeting to choose the 5 councils, who will be responsible of the ruling on behalf of his son. One of the councils was Ieyasu, who was the most powerful among the 5 councils. General Hideyoshi passed away in the same year, and his son Hideyori became the successor, and so the power was with the 5 regions. Later on, Ieyasu became alliance with various daimyo.
I'm not happy with his current status. What's with all of his policies that are being declared these days? That makes no sense! I'm going to take down his position, his place. Who's with me?
Alright, Ieyasu.
General Ieyasu then led an army to Fushimi with his alliance and took over the Hideyori's residence. period's darkest era, the Battle of Sekigahara had started. It ended with Tokugawa's victory. Ishida Mitsunari and the Western nobles were captured and killed. Ieyasu was in fact the ruler of Japan, and he redistributed the land. On the other hand, Toyotomi Hideyoshi lost most of his territory, which most of it was under the management of the Western daimyo. You can see that you created and solidified the Tokugawa shogunate. You have done a great job and contributed greatly to the Japan Empire. I now present you the title Sei Taishogun. After the ceremony, geisha and maiko are called to perform by the emperor, as it is a traditional culture too of the Japanese Empire after a ceremony, just like the kabuki actor. The Tokugawa shogunate was dismayed by the bitter rivalry among the few Europeans in Japan and the jealous work of the Catholic missionaries. Europeans then reduced the foreign influence by expelling foreigners and forbidding all Japan's contact with the outside world, except for the China and Korean because they are strictly controlled. Dutch East India Company was also permitted to operate at the Port Nagasaki. During that period of time, Japanese were forbidden to travel and build ships. Despite all these limitations, large quantities of ceramics and lacquer were exported to Holland and sold to Europe. It was really popular in European countries during the 17th and 18th century. Lastly, Japan was also fascinated by the exotic things of the Western country. Japan has had a growing interest towards the Western science and art.